It's the Party Bus's official first goal setting and vision board night. So I'm happy you're here. We have our seltzer waters going on tonight. We're already being mindful. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
We're like New Year's right around the corner. We're seltzering up. But I really like my vision for our party bus is that we can just have a space where we are constantly checking in with ourselves of like what can help ourselves be a better us, like be a better me, you be a better you. And it's not just fitness, it's not just nutrition, it's looking at us as a whole person, how we are taking care of our mind, how our relationships, what goals do we have for our relationships in the next year, or in the next week or whatever, hi Bracky. um so there, oh yeah, her name's Allison, not Bracken, that's her son.
Sorry. Yeah.
um so it's so important for me, and I've worked with Alyssa in the past before, and when I do vision boards, when I work with someone one-on-one, I'll say, try to find a picture of you when you felt good. Try to find things like, and maybe if you don't have one of those, like things that inspire you or what you're driving to be. So, I always think like Jared made a vision board when he went through yoga training, and it's like these old people riding bikes and like holding hands and like um just wanting to grow old like and healthy and being able to be active. um and just different things that inspire us in different ways. So I wanted to just bring up those different pieces of, so real quick, because I need a little guidance with it when figuring out what we're really wanting to do, and trying to kind of like spark some things. It can, since this is the first one, I don't really know, we can do it in like talk it out. You can be writing out, like if I want to just like tell you like the prompts or kind of what we're going to be doing. But as we do this, I want us to like mentally strip away any expectations from our families, from ourselves, from our husbands, some soon to be fiance someday thing. That's for Kaylee. And not trying to impress people, or if we knew we couldn't fail, like what, like the world is our oyster. We hear that all the time. And I always go back to when we are growing up, we are told you can do whatever you want to do. Put your mind to it. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be like my sons want to be a football player. I want to be, like we're dreaming big, president, all these things. I mean, whatever. And then we get into any job, and especially if you're a go-getter, you'll move up in that job, and then oftentimes you keep ranking up, and it may not even be what you're wanting to do, but it may, like some people go to college and then they're bartenders because they're making good money and they won't get that money if they go somewhere else. And so it's like, wait, but that wasn't your goal, but so it's just kind of like getting back to that self of like, if I could just, do all the things, be all the things, how I would feel, how it would look, what would my life look like, what would my day look like, what am I doing, who are the people around me, what are we doing, what are we drinking, where are we going on vacation if it wasn't COVID, like, but maybe you still put those travel goals on there and have things there. um Understanding and what we're really wanting. So I want you to focus on what you want to do and how you want to feel. So at the end of the day, like if maybe note that, like what I want to do and then how I want to feel. And then moving into getting back to that, like what activities or work will make you feel happiest? What do you feel like you're meant to do, that you're called to do? Making an impact, in different ways? How are you serving others? Um, what would your perfect life consist of? What would you love to just do? What is your dream? Do you have a mantra? Do you want a word or a mantra? Are you guys, like driven that way? If you repeat it and say it over and over, um, what do you want to do right now? And then where do you see yourself going? Where do you feel most alive? You know, like I I'm bringing back meetups and doing these workouts and stuff because I just miss being with people. I miss teaching. I miss sweating together and like pushing through, pushing through and like persevering together, So I want to do hikes and things. Maybe we'll have a like Santa Cruz hike or something or paddleboarding sesh down. But like getting in tune with where you feel most excited. And is there anything missing from your life that you would like to add? Time with your friends, time in nature, working out. Look, there's my 9-week control freak stuff. Um, More challenging work, time to relax, you know, and then imagine yourself, what do you imagine yourself doing 1 to 5 to 10? Like you can break it down and you can have it only for this year. I would encourage you, like, and I'm gonna start throwing this in our group of just like, what are your weekly goals? Or I might even just do it on Instagram or something like that. Just like this week, I'm trying to hit this amount of water, hit my workout days, and hit, like take my kids to the park and do this many times, and have, well, I don't have to say exactly with my husband, but just like have time with my husband, or if I want to date or do something, like, so it's like hitting your health or like for work. I mean, you can do it however you want to. And I like weekly though is a great like assessor, and then you can kind of like in a month, if it was to work out 5 days, like because our 9-week control freak is that, you'll be able to see like, did you hit that for the week? Were you able to keep that? Because if each week you're trying to hit your 5, then by the end of the month you should, feel good about that. And just allow your brain to just be a kid a little bit, think of like vision boards. I was like, oh, I don't have magazines, I don't have things. But I used to love doing that kind of stuff. And so I don't know if you're going to do Pinterest or if you want to write it out. So, and then I'm just jumping because I'm just referencing, um, getting back down. So if you want to box, if you are going to do writing, um, like using like circles or boxes, you can do professional, like your career, your job, livelihood, physical goals, body health, weight, relationship, romantic, friendly, family, financial goals. Me, I'm going to be working on saving. I'm going to be trying to eat more at the house and like really take pride of like what I'm fueling our bodies with. And that will save us money because I'll be planning. Um, so savings, wealth, money, financial habits, emotional or mental goals, feelings, mental health. So these can be circles, spiritual goals, connection to something greater, source energy, God, whatever you believe, experiences, hobbies, goals, travel, other fun experiences. Oh, hi, Addie. Um, Education, learning or knowledge, anything that you're going to be kind of tapping into there. And then philanthropic. I'm the word is not coming out of my mouth. So giving back, how are we giving back to community or the world? And so those are kind of where I wanted you could make it like boxes, like kind of do crisscross, like a not checkers, tic-tac-toe. Anyways, just so you kind of have, or if you just really kind of want to focus in the couple that I've mentioned before, um, but just allowing our brains to kind of funnel them. When we just think in broadness, you might miss a whole section of your life. And so that was like a big reason why I wanted to have this written out. Um, and then you're always able to kind of break it down from there of like, why does this matter to me? Why do I want this goal? And then, it's like it's reverse engineering a goal. So, some people, if they have a specific weight loss goal, and they put it back here, but it's like, okay, what are the baby steps that are going to be happening? What am I doing daily to get to that goal? So, um, if I'm happy to hear your guys' thoughts. If you're gonna just be jotting down, if you guys have any goals that you want to share and talk about, um, anything that you kind of found this year that was maybe missing more. Sometimes a year like this can rock us, and then you realize something was imbalance or out of balance. And so it's like, oh, I need to be more attentive in this area or this area. um, or you feel like you're with your kids all the time, but it's not necessarily quality time. I know that happens for me where I'm like part of my goals is to have my phone not with me. Like I'm gonna be signing off at the end of the night and signing on at a certain time, like where I'm gonna have more boundaries. I feel and that's you'll see that with the group because I want to have more specific dates, of like what's happening, and you always know you can reach out to me, but like I don't want to keep setting times that I think might work for people and then they just don't, like do less better is one of my mantras. So um if you guys have anything you want to share, I'd love to hear it.
I'm making like a Google Doc and I'm kind of like adding pictures and doing some goals. My overall theme is plan more, stress less. After our conversation, but I love it because it's so true in every aspect of life.
Adding it to mine.
A couple goals I have. One, this last year I read like 3 books. I think Nikki, you recommended all of them. And like kind of in my positive mindset theme. So I have to read 5 new books this next year, just because like it makes me feel good. And then like financially, I'm gonna keep track of my monthly spending like per month, have like an ongoing thing. And then one of mine is to complain less about my work issues. Like I find myself when I get off work, I'll like call my mom and complain, and then I'll call my boyfriend or talk to him when I get home. So I'm gonna try to keep it under 5 minutes and only talk to one person about it because I don't need to dwell on the negative, and I do it often. So yeah, complain less about work issues.
Love that.
And then that will hopefully cause me less stress, less irritability, and like I don't need to be focusing on the negative. I should be focusing on one, like how to fix it, or just not think about it when I'm at home.
Mm-hmm. What are some things that bring your energy up? Like you guys know that I like to dance for joy.
Definitely like morning workouts for me. That always boosts my energy. And also I want to try to like meditate and stretch, even if it's just for like 2 minutes a day. Just like take a minute, because so often I'm like so busy throughout my entire day. Like I can take 2 minutes to either stretch or just like think and process my day and just kind of like meditate, even if it's about nothing, just like taking a moment.
I like that. I like that.
Ooh,
I
and
like that too. I think that's one of the things, the beach body workouts. I love that they're so short, but I do like sometimes crave a little bit more like decompression after my workout, like just adding a little bit more stretch and stuff. I feel that.
Yeah. I'm happy that they now offer the unstress. I was thinking about doing like
I haven't tried one.
I did a different one before they had.
I've done one nighttime, like before bed
Okay.
one, and it was good.
Oh, good. good. And with 9 Week Control Freak, they have that stretching in the evening, um, hoping that like helps with getting our bodies and minds, kind of down. Cause I hear you on that. Even today, I did 20-minute Transform 20, but then I knew I wanted to do some abs. So I it's like sometimes you got to like piece them together to make the workout or the like envision. But sometimes that like when you go for a jog outside and then you kind of like walk in, so you're decompressing, or you go to the gym, you go and then you like walk to your car and then you drive, like there is a little bit of that you don't get, and if
Mhm.
you're if you're not careful, you could just like walk out and you get hit with, family and things are happening and you're just like, and life is back happening. This is happening. Yeah. Um,
Ooh, I
Alyssa,
added, oh,
sorry,
sorry.
go.
Go ahead. Oh, I added the quote, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, because I love it.
Yes. Yes. We talked about it on our 2B call. It's a Benjamin Franklin quote. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And thankfully, we all are united, you know, that we are trying to better ourselves from our health standpoint, but just kind of keeping ourselves reminding, like, I think that also helps because if you're not quite hitting like numbers on the scale or clothes or whatever, but it's like reminding yourself, like in the grand scheme, your healthy mind, like there's so much, right? And Alyssa, I know like from with your anxiety and depression and stuff, you have found a lot of help, through the when you stuck with your MBF and everything. That was one of the big things that you said, like, sure, you start for one reason, but then these other ones like come into play of how it's helped you in your life. So that's good. Um, okay, anything you're jotting down that you want to share a little bit?
Hi, sorry, I kind of got like kicked off for a little bit, but I'm
Okay.
back. Sorry.
No worries.
It was all crazy. It's so funny because I was kind of doing similar breakdown of things. I don't know. I just found on Google, do you guys know what a jam board is on Google Drive? I don't either, but I found it and I just used it. It doesn't seem like super better. I think I might do a Google Doc, like what you were saying, Kaylee. Um, just to bring in like pictures and stuff, like you said, Nick, is like, we don't have magazines really
Yeah.
anymore. Um, but I have kind of like this whole business aspect and things that I want to do better as far as educating myself with that. And then also like um just kind of the aspect of like what I'm putting out in the public and like putting some structure to that. And then where in all of that structure and all of that time, like I just need to almost do like I feel like a weekly like schedule for myself. Because the other thing that's going to be awesome and changing for us is Bracken is going to be not doing online school. He's going to be doing independent study. Yeah, not going to school, more just time with mom, which is awesome. No, but my mother-in-law is going to help and stuff, and so we just need to like get a schedule. So I'm like, part of me is like, maybe I'll give up the Thursday mornings, and I'm like, no, I have to keep the Thursdays. Nikki keeping me accountable is so important. And so I was like, maybe I'll add a day, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. So for me, I think I have to like start with my little board of like what you said, like all the different categories, and then schedule it and like put it on my calendar.
Yes, anytime you're doing these jobs, there's like you hear, oh, pockets, oh, you figure out, but it's like so much bigger. And like for you to not feel like you're not meeting it or doing things or, want to do it well, which is what you want to do, and having the goals. And so it's kind of resetting and refocusing like it's life, but also where does this fit within it? I'm going to be doing a new like course where, because mama was ready to go back to work when COVID kind of happened. I love doing this. This is like passion work, right? And um, but I still like other things stimulating, you know. So I was like, do I go to school? What am I doing? Like, I was almost going to be a substitute teacher for a second, just to like get out of here. But like, I think I was talking to my best friend. She's like, you don't want to do that. I was like, I know. But and with tax season, it's not like I could really take on anything. So I'm this is like boring stuff, but just stuff to know. But like everybody needs Medicare after the age 65. And so just helping people get connected with that. They like, I mean, I'll be selling insurance essentially, but I got to go through all the courses and stuff and get certified. But then it's like you get lead, you know, it's a need and helping them. And my mom said it was like a full-time job trying to help my dad. So I'm like, oh, I want to help people like you, mom. So it'll just be a little different thing, but I can do it like at the convenient times for like our schedule. So if I want to work on a Saturday or all the things, you know. So but yeah, I'll be right in that whole thing of like I do less better is my quote, and yet I tend to bring things into my life, but it's all in the grand scheme. It's going to be
Me
doing less
too.
right. It's like right now it looks very chaotic, but it'll, you know, and that's why doing this, helping us refocus and having intention for like why we're doing things. Um, and I'm just like excited because I want to do like the meetups and like pool meetups in the summer or something, you know, just like kind of mixing it up and just like different connection because that's so big to me, or like a pine crest or something like that. And
That'll be fun.
yeah, so just and getting
I
reconnected
do
to
have
like,
one question.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
About the 9, I feel like I have the worst connection. I think I'm like 5 seconds behind.
It's okay.
No?
We're working with
Denise?
you.
I'm so sorry. The bands for 9-week control freak, where to go? Like there was like I just like looked at it briefly and it was like get your stud finder. Like, am I drilling into the wall? What's happening?
There's two options. You can drill it into your wall,
I
or you can like a door, it like wraps around the door. So that's what we'll be doing. Cause like, see, it's in my box. I just got home and I'm like, I gotta get my shiz together. Like, have you done it, Kaylee? Is it all set up?
No, I'm gonna do my door too, I think. So
Okay.
So you can just use
Al?
a door. You don't have to drill if you don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just for somebody who doesn't have space in front of their door like me. I don't have a clear door like anywhere.
Are you gonna drill it, Alyssa, or
I don't know. I don't know. Not yet. I'm not gonna be able to jump on the bandwagon. I did order my stuff.
okay.
But I think I'm gonna try to do and finish the 21-day fix.
Okay, good. We'll be letting you know how it's all going.
Yeah. Maybe like a big piece of furniture or something. I don't know, like you could wrap it around that maybe. I don't know.
Once I get my box, maybe I could experiment with things, but I honestly I don't know what the moves required, maybe there won't even be. I should watch some of the videos. I
Yeah.
think it's on there now, right?
Yeah, once you purchase it, then it's available in the underneath the app part for it.
Because then I mean, if I don't really, like I said, need very much space, like you guys are gonna see my terrible playroom. Let's see, how do I turn this around? I can make a little bit of room. I don't even know how to work this thing. But like I could clear right here and make it work. All the kids' toys, but there's not much space for themselves. So I don't know what's required of it. And, you know, I could go from one room to another if I have to. But it just sounds like a lot of planning and figuring out. And I just feel like maybe I should just, I'm having a hard enough time as it is. I'll just stick to trying to do one of the others for now. I don't know.
I can let you know how much space you need for the band stuff.
Yeah, that would be very helpful for me because I don't have a lot of space.
It's kind of, have you done TRX or anything at like the ability to like move it in and out so you can hold it higher and pull it down? They do this pull it thing and then they're like, I don't know. I'm real excited though, because
Which that's not really even floor work, so it would work. I just don't know, like, you know, anything else. I just picture.
I just don't know anything. Like, okay, not real quick. I wanted to get on areas that I wanted to like read a couple of these things to stimulate our brains on areas that we might want to be looking to improve upon. Like me and our eating out or our just like being lazy, I always say. So, or things that you feel are holding you back, like that maybe you tell yourself. So for me, because I say like, oh, meal prepping has been hard or whatever, like the more I say that or the more I say, I'm not an at-home mom, I don't do laundry, I don't do these things, like the more I'm gonna not do them, right? So it's like shifting our brain. So I'm telling you some of my problems. Because no matter how I say don't say it, still is in here, right? It's like ingrained in me. And so much so my mom's like, maybe because I didn't show you, I didn't value it enough, that she like our laundry room, you can see the floor, she was working through the week and that was her like weekend thing she did. But so just kind of thinking of areas that we limit ourselves. And again, remembering that we're kind of pulling, what am I saying? Pulling the curtain back on that and just allowing ourselves to be our best version, like our best version of ourselves. I am with it. I have a routine. I am planning. So therefore I'm less stressed. My family like sees a happier mom. I am on top of my shiz, like everything from laundry and cleaning up around the house to taking care of myself with my workouts. And and then I'm not complaining because it's so crazy how it can be a domino effect. And so I want you to kind of think of your like best version of yourself and how it's operating. And that can be what those pictures are, right? You can find those people or you can find when you felt good in your skin or when like different aspirational things that are inspiring to you, and it can be that's when it can be a celebrity or somebody that kind of in your brain like a what would Jesus do, like that's in the I'm a badass, it's like sometimes envision someone who's already to that point and then like what would they do? How would they handle this situation? How are they reacting to their kids, like, or an Instagram person that you think like, oh, they're always so like gentle about things or they're always so whatever. We know that everybody's got their issues no matter what they're posting, right? And so but just kind of mentally getting there and then eventually like we're working to become our better version, right? But it's not going to come just like, oh yeah, I want 2021 to be better in this way. And like we just have that thought, and then that thought just goes out into the universe. And if we don't keep it close, then it could just float, So the idea is that this is going to go somewhere that you're going to look at it. The back of your phone, like if you make it where you could see it on the back of your phone is the screenshot, that it's on your fridge, that it's in your closet, like, I don't know, on your closet or on your mirror in your bathroom. You put Post-it notes, like we want to be people who are taking action, not just saying that we wish or we dream or we want, you know, we want to be leading by example. We want to be doing the things that we want, and we want to feel, when we do this next year, we want to feel like we can reference it and be like, where am I at with this goal? And if you can make it specific, right now, it might be to like, just see how much you're spending in a month, right? That action alone is going to be making you choose a little bit wiser, right? Like you're like, am I going to want to write this down that I spent on this just willy-nilly, I tried to do that, and it helped me a lot. And then, so I plan on continuing and just kind of even more focused, right? Like, so, especially with the planning and the planning out the food, which we already talked about the other call, but like using that meal plan or just the outline and just helping us continue. And that's going to help with our health goal as well as our budgeting goal, like as well as that. So seeing what we're spending, but then starting to go, okay, I don't want to spend more than this, or, or having a month that you challenge yourself not to spend on just like random stuff, and it's kind of fun to do that. A couple tips for success I wanted to share, and then I'll open it up for you guys to chat. Oh my gosh, it got late on me. What time did we start this? Sorry guys, I've just been enjoying your company. Okay, top tips for success. Who you surround yourself with is everything. Find people that celebrate you when you win and catch you when you fall. Develop a morning routine. The first hour of the day dictates the remaining 23. Get clear on the life you want to create. When you focus on the why, the how shows up. And I think that goes back to like making those weekly goals. That's going to help that be successful. Energy is the secret to success. Find the positive in everything. Even what seems negative, there's always a blessing. There's always a lesson. Okay. Learn to master your time. We all have the same 24 hours. How we spend them dictates our future. And don't make excuses for your dreams. There are no excuses when it comes to what you really want, and sacrifice feels better than regret. Lead with a servant's heart. When you expect nothing in return, you get everything. Judge no one. You probably have no idea how much it's actually shooting you in the foot when we're judging, and that's a negative energy. Lastly, compare yourself to no one. It's not only going to rob you of joy, but it'll rob you of your dreams. And Jen Sincero says, you is the only you there is. So be the you, for the world, because you were created with purpose. And me, I want you to shine bright. Shine bright. I'm stuck, probably. So, any comments, concerns? Did you add anything to your list? I'd love to know.
No, I love it. I love connecting with you guys too.
Good.
Oh
good.
God, am I frozen?
No, you're not. You're good. You're good. Kaylee, were you gonna say something?
Say I loved all your positive or your success tips. Those were good.
Success tips. Success, you have it within you. Everything at the end of the day is within you. So it's just remembering that and it's staying true to that. And I think sometimes I'm guilty of it 100%, is I see how someone else does it, or I question what I'm doing. Is it enough? Is it this? And so then that brings my energy like down rather than just moving forward. Like I was like, oh crap, I didn't send the email I wanted to you guys to remind you. So then I'm throwing it in the thing. It's like the day, but it's like, just do it. Even if it's messy, just do it. My girl, Angie Lee, she's one of my favorite. Al, I might have a code, but like she's really good for niching down, like in how you want to speak and like kind of helping you in your business and marketing and stuff like that. But she's just like a real fun person. And she is coming out with a book, but she always says like ready is a lie and own your weird, which naturally both of those things speak to me. so just remembering ready is a lie, and by setting intention that helps us get to where we want to go, and we're going to learn through it. We learn and grow. So maybe work on these and then we'll share them. Like we'll share what we did. And make sure you log your workouts, because I was going to do it tonight, but tonight's not the last day of the month. So I'll probably do it not on New Year's Eve. I'm just being honest. Like the little giveaways and the announcements. So it'll be kind of our kickoff into the next program. But thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you for choosing to work on yourselves and take care of yourself so you can impact the world and your world that you're living in, your circles and everybody that you come in contact with. It's important. So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
See you
Thank
Thursday.
you. Bye, guys.
Love
Thanks,
you. See you
Nick.
Thursday.
Woo
Is
woo.
that tomorrow?
Early
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Night, guys.